Um, so real quick, we'll talk about keys to the moto. So I'll be a little more brief than I was last time. So we talked about line choice. Um, Pretty much on Redbud, it just comes down to inside lines versus outside lines. As suspected, there was a lot of mistakes that happened here in this Dragon's Back and the entry to the sand rollers that cost people some precious time and positions. We also saw some accidents occur by people choosing to take the inside line and hit Larocco's, whether it was casing it, whether it was colliding with other riders. And then we saw a few people who got stuck in the boards here on either side of the finish line, theoretically because they chose to take the right side over this roller, likely kind of hitting it from this angle right here, landing on the front tire, washing it out, rolling up the face of the jump, and just completely throwing away whatever position they had. So line choice is going to be crucial here at Redbud. Consistency is a key, as always, making sure that you are not letting the pressure get to you. If you get a good lead, stay calm, check out, because what we saw in the C-Class race was insane. This gate dropped, the carnage it got crazy right here in the whole shot, as to be expected. It's going to happen in the B-Class too. But the following lap around, it happened again. Something happened in this corner that caused another pileup on lap 2, which allowed the leader to check out even further. So had nerves gotten to the best of whoever was in front, they might not have kept it up on two wheels and might have gone down and might have been in this collision here. But making sure that you're just staying consistent, keeping it up on two wheels, and running your own race, let the rest of the pack behind you die 1,000 deaths while you ride your way to victory. And then the last thing, of course, is E-Road. We looked at this hill, this step down towards the end of the C-Class Moto, and it gets tough. There is braking bumps coming into these corners. There are acceleration bumps coming up the hill. So it gets really bad, especially in these sand sections. So making sure that you're staying on top of the E-Road and not letting it get the best of you is going to be a critical part here. So last thing I will say before we kick this off is, guys, again, this is the biggest turnout that we have had at Backyard MX. It is I say this every week because it's the truth every week. We have more bikes than there are canopies here at Redbud, and this is just our B-Class Moto. So thank you so much to everybody who has joined Backyard. Thank you so much to everybody who has helped us grow the series. Exclamation point Backyard MX in chat if anybody is interested in learning what Backyard MX is all about and how you can join. As it says, we aim to be a competitive series that riders of any skill level can compete in, and we currently run 3 classes. This is our first series, so thank you to everyone who has helped us grow this series and taught us about what it takes to run a series. Our second series will begin very shortly after our first series ends, and we hope to make it even better than this one. And then also a big shout out to Factory Goon, the Factory Goon riding community. If anybody's interested in joining Factory Goon, you can do so in that Discord link. And then another thing that I will mention here is the upcoming events for MX Bikes. So, as much as we want to grow Backyard MX as a race series, we want to grow MX Bikes as a community in general. So please mark your calendars. Join us for round 8 on Lommel, which will be this Thursday. And also, if you're interested in participating or just watching MX Bike's competitive series, make sure you tune into the Prospect Designs Motocross or PDMX series, which is having their MX2 class, the 5th round, this Friday. Exclamation point PDMX in chat to learn more about how you can join that series or attempt to qualify. And then lastly, the CC Racing Supercross Series, which is a new series that CC Racing is putting on, begins this Saturday, January 16th. If anybody's interested in learning more about the CC Racing Supercross Series, use exclamation point CCSX in the chat. So, all right, let's take one final look here. It doesn't look like anybody else has attempted to join while I was doing all of that, so I think we are ready to load up the gates for our B-Class race. Once again, guys, I feel the need to repeat that we do allow for one reset for jump starts. So it's just me in the commentating booth, so I might take a moment to look for jump starts before the leader crosses the finish line. But for right now, we will jump into it and get it started.
I will do that.
Oh, thank you, Paradox. Okay, yeah, I am joined by Paradox then. So, all right, guys. This is hands down the biggest turnout we have had for the B class here yet. We've got some riders on the gate who are defending titles. We have some riders on the gate who are trying to take titles away. We have got enough riders on the gate to just really blow my mind. I appreciate it so much, guys. We're going to catch up with some of these riders later whenever we talk about their profiles. But man, look at Jackson Whetstone here, just really pimping it out, man, looking good. The red plate holder, one shot, number 929, Mojo, number 370. A lot of Factory Goon representation on the line. So many riders, they're not even all loading in. Good looking bikes on the gate here, boys. All right. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Good luck to everybody who is racing tonight. Let's get this 15-second board up, and let's go racing at Redbud. And the gate is down. Oh, it looks like Jackson might have looped out off the start. That's no good. All right. Hayden Willis is probably going to take the whole shot here. Gets in the corner and gets out quick. Manages to miss some of these down bikes. So here we go. We got William with PCH Racing in second. Caleb is in third. Kyler is in fourth. Mojo is in fifth. Let's see if these guys can hold it up. There's a lot less carnage that has happened in this race. As you can see, there's more riders who are consistently in a train as we come down that step up, and that's what we want to see in these B-class races and especially in these A-class races. We want to see riders who have the technical skill and the wherewithal to keep it on two wheels, not crash into other people, and maintain a good, consistent battle the entire race. This is going to be one for the ages. Hayden is still in first. William is really trying to make the pass on him, opts to go outside. Mojo has pushed up into third and is trying to keep up with the leaders, but he has got a pain train behind him, boys. Kyler in fourth. Merv is in fifth. One Shot, our series leader and previous race winner, is in sixth. This is going to be insane. So something might have happened. So Mojo takes second. It looks like William did go down somewhere, so we're going to just stick with this pack here for a little bit before we take it down a little bit closer. So I want to see what happens as we hit through these sand whoops. As we talked about corners, William almost washes out over the berm but keeps it alive. Hayden still in the lead, Mojo in second. Man, I suspect that we're going to see close battles for the next 20 minutes, and it's not going to let up.
Aiden is making ground and trying to check out Vox.
Yeah, Hayden is not going to let... who goes down here?
Kyler he goes down.
Kyler tangles...
Aiden went down.
Hayden did go down. Okay, so Hayden makes a mistake.
Mojo in the lead.
Oh, and he causes Luz to hit him. So Kyler went down earlier, but he allows the chaos here to... he capitalizes on it, essentially. I'm not sure what the positioning is. We will check that after the end of lap 2.
Mojo in first. One Shot in second.
Looks like Merv is in second. Yep.
One Shot in third.
Mojo takes the lead here. Big story, guys. Mojo is currently in second place in the points lead, sitting behind One Shot by 3 points. If he can make something happen and check out here tonight, then he can essentially hopefully recapture the red plate from One Shot. But Merv and the rest of the CC guys are not going to let this go by easy. There's a friendly rivalry between Factory Goon and CC, and Merv's about to put the work on Mojo and let him know who's boss here in the B class. One Shot in third. Murph on the Husky Dusky. Murph in fourth. What a goon. Kyler in fifth and William in sixth. So these guys are still battling it out pretty tough. We're going to move up here. I want to make sure that I stick with this battle for the lead between Merv and Mojo. There's a lot going on. I wish we had dual camera capabilities where I could switch it back and forth conveniently on stream, but I don't. So I'm trying to keep it interesting for you guys here. We're going to stick with this battle for the lead between Moto and Merv for the time being. Or Mojo, I'm sorry. Mojo, they both opt to go inside. Merv tries to cut inside and ends up, it doesn't work out for him. Oh, but Mojo cases the tabletop and goes down. That gives the lead to One Shot, and now One Shot is in first with Merv in second place. What an upset. The third and fourth place riders are now battling for the lead. Merv ends up taking the third position away and pushing Mojo farther back. Can he clear? All right, good. He cleared the leap. He had enough, and Merv went down. Something happened to Merv, so that has upset again. So I think Mojo's going to cross the finish line in third right here. Yes, he is. All right, let's stick with this battle between One Shot and Murph. These guys are friends throughout the week, hanging out together in the Factory Goon Discord, practicing their race lines, working on their race skill throughout the week. But right now, they're going to go at each other's throat. One Shot is trying to hold on to this red plate, and Murph is trying to prove that his last few race finishes are not who he is. So we're gonna take it down to One Shot here for a moment. So we talked about One Shot earlier in the pits, and again, he had some bad luck in rounds 4 and 5 of the Backyard MX series, but ended up coming back in round 6 and really proving his worth. And it looks like Murph has taken the lead from him, so Murph moves into first, and One Shot is now in second. So third place is still... No, something must have happened to Mojo because he has gone down. I believe Codes sits in third now. So Codes with Brennan Racing has moved into third, Mojo in fourth, and Merv is in fifth place.
Murph and One Shot are making ground. They are very far from the pack.
One Shot is going to push onto Murph, and Murph's going to try to pull away from One Shot, and if they're successful at it, then this is going to let them gap the rest of the pack here and put some comfortable space in between them. You know, in the overall story of the series, One Shot just needs to finish in front of Mojo to keep his lead. Oh, and Mojo goes down. Mojo hits the tabletop, and I think it's cross-rutted with Merv and goes down. That's the second time that he has crashed, and it's been because of that tabletop. He opts to go inside for Larocco's, sends it over, ends up clearing it. So let's see here. Murph is hitting the step down. One Shot is just behind him in second place. Codes is now coming over the finish line. So they've put a 12-second gap between themselves and the third place race. But Merv is hot on Codes right now, and Kyler is coming up behind him as well. So we have a pretty intense battle for what could be third place. Paradox, if you can keep an eye on One Shot and Murph, I want to watch this battle here for third, but I don't want to lose sight of what's happening between them.
Yes, that's what I'm doing.
So Merv goes down. Now Hayden is having some bad luck getting caught up. It looks like he's got stuck in the fence here. So Hayden got a good start and started to check out. We talked about this, right? We talked about consistency. Clearly it's key. Okay, it's key in every moto, but Hayden had a hole shot, and he has thrown it away and sits in 8th place at the end of the last lap. Merv goes down again. Boy, I need to get off Merv here because I'm giving him the curse of a lifetime. I think he's moved back from about 4th to probably 8th or 9th now. We'll have to see when timing and scoring updates. Codes is sitting comfortably in 3rd. Let's go out to our drone camera here and see exactly what's going on for the positioning. So Kyler, it looks like, has moved up into 4th. Luz is in 5th. Did Hayden just cut the track just straight up, cut across the track and think I wouldn't see it? And he does it again. What a goon. What a goon. I think if you can go ahead and he's probably disconnected. Oh, no, he hasn't disconnected. Maybe he thinks he rightfully belongs up front. Really putting on a good name for Sunbelt Racing, I tell you. So let's see where it puts Hayden here at the end of timing and scoring, just because I'm curious. Well, all those cuts, and yet you can't quite make it across the finish. So it's probably going to dock him a lap because he's still getting punished here by the timing and scoring. It's pushed him all the way back to 11th. Just cutting all over the place, man. Wild stuff. Hayden, love you, buddy. Maybe you can race in the A class, just not like that. So let's go back here to our battle and see exactly what's happening here. We've got One Shot in second. Murph is still in first.
Very far in first, and he's about to come across lappers.
So Codes is in third. Kyler's in fourth in a battle with Luz. So let's take this further down. Check on this. Luz goes down. Luz went down. Unfortunate. Yeah, guys, Hayden learned those lines from Impus, I guess, and I'm just kidding. Was taking the Impus lines. I'm just kidding. And so we have Kyler here in fourth. Luz has moved back to a further position because of his crash. I'm not sure if Justin is a lapper. Timing and scoring puts Justin in about 26th, so he might be a lapper. Luz might still be sitting in 5th place with Merv on his tail in 6th and William in 7th. So we still have Kyler is catching up here as he gets closer to Codes. So let's see if he can make something happen here. All right, they both crossed the finish line. The moto is almost halfway over. So let's see. Kyler is pushing very hard on Codes for fourth right now. Kyler with DNH. Codes goes down. Can't maintain the pressure that Kyler is putting on him, so that gives Kyler the third place spot. Let's see if Codes can maintain his position now and hold fourth place, or is he going to lose it to Luz, who is back in fourth, back in fifth, and pushing up for another position as quick as he can. So Merv is on Luz here. Merv trying to get back up to the front. Not sure if he can make it happen, but we will see as time goes on. So these two are in a battle for fifth place currently. And what's happening behind Merv? So Dylan and William are also in a battle. So, I mentioned earlier that Dylan was finally able to make it to a race. Unfortunately, he was not able to join us for the previous 2 rounds. So worth noting here that his rider profile mentions round 3, 4, and 5. So Dylan, riding for Vet MX Honda, is a member of the United States military, and unfortunately was not able to make it to rounds 5 or 6, but had a very strong 5th place and 4th place finish at our 3rd and 4th round, and he goes down. Dylan goes down over the tabletop, still doesn't give the position away to William, because William does go down. So it looks like Dylan's going to maintain his 7th place here. William is currently in 8th, and let's see what kind of gap that has given between Dylan and Merv. So Merv is landing off of the tabletop. Luz right behind him. Let's get a broader look at this right here. So Merv's coming through the rollers. Luz follows. Dylan close behind. So even though even though Dylan wrecked, he hasn't let it put too much of a damper on his ability to catch up here for this battle.
Murph is checked out, Bucks.
Murph is checked out. He's got 10 seconds up on One Shot. One Shot's got 20 seconds up on Kyler. So if Murph wins the B class here tonight, it is going to be, we're never going to hear the end of it. Merv crosses the finish line in 5th, Luz in 6th, Dylan in 7th. So this is pretty much a 4-way battle, if you will, for 4th place. I mean, it's not neck and neck yet. It is between Dylan and Luz, so let's keep eyes on this. This is a neck and neck battle for 6th place between Dylan and Luz. They both opt to take the outside. Justin goes off track. Dylan passes Luz, takes the outside. Luz goes in. Oh, he almost runs into Merv, who goes down, gets pushed off track, but maintains composure, hits the triple, and keeps his position in front of Luz. So Dylan just gained 2 positions with that move. Dylan is now in 5th place, moves from 7 to 5th in 2 corners. And that puts Luz in 6th. I don't know where Merv is. Luz almost goes down. Oh, and Codes, I think Codes might have gone down. That or he just bobbled up, but Codes is currently in 4th place with Dylan very close to him in 5th, and Luz in 6th. Luz almost goes down but keeps it up. So let's keep eyes on this battle here. We'll see if Dylan can catch Codes for the 4th place position. Caleb moving out of the way as a lapper. Thank you, Caleb. We appreciate that here at Backyard MX. Dylan getting steezy over the tabletop here in the back. Let's see if he can get a good run through the rollers. Oh, it looks like he's going to. They are bar to bar coming through the sand whoops. Are they both going to go inside? No. Dylan kind of takes a middle ground line here, trying to keep it tight in with Codes. Hits the tabletop, takes the inside line. Okay, Codes goes outside. Dylan goes inside. He shouldn't have a problem clearing LaRocco's leap here, but let's see. Oh, he just barely cases it and bounces and goes down. He did. He did have a problem clearing LaRocco's leap. So unfortunate. If he just would have taken the outside with Codes, he'd still be here bar to bar as they cross the finish line. But Codes is going to use that gap to his advantage. So that pushes Dylan back to 7th place, man. Dylan got a string of bad luck there, unfortunately. He was doing so well, pushing up so hard. So now he's going to have to do everything he can to enter some damage control mode and try to get that position back on Luz and see if he can catch up to Codes. Dylan is certainly a podium contender and a title contender here at Backyard MX. So Luz makes a mistake, gives it back to Dylan. That's the break that he needed. But something has happened to Kyler as he on X Games mode, and Kyler is in 3rd place with Codes in 4th, and Codes is cleaning house right now. He is closing the gap between him and Kyler, and he is trying to make a move for the podium. Both opting to take the inside line here, of course. Let's see if Codes can... Kyler is getting through that section a little bit faster, maybe a couple bike lengths. So this is really close, guys. 6 minutes left in the moto before we enter our final 2 to 3 laps. Man, what What just so much good racing. And again, I apologize. I know that there are probably so many other battles that are happening on the track. Paradox, will you try to keep an eye here between Kyler and Codes as they're about to hit Larocco's leap? I just want to scan the field real quick and see exactly what's going on elsewhere. Haven't seen Mojo in a while. There's Mojo in a battle with Klaus. I believe it's going to be a battle with Klaus, so probably for 10th or 11th place here. They both enter the sand whoops. Mojo ends up putting some speed through there and closing or creating a little bit of a gap. Klaus looks like he tried to take the inside and maybe cut him off, but it didn't work. So Mojo is now going to, they're both opting for the outside to hit Larocco's. Safe bet in my mind. Let's see if Klaus getting steezy over that thing, trying to scrub off some speed and take the inside away from Mojo. He plays it safe. Neither of them go down. Keep it up on two wheels as they hit the finish line. So Mojo comes across in 9th, Klaus in 10th. So we have a battle here between Mojo and Klaus for 9th place. And let's see what happens.
Codes went down.
Codes went down?
Kyler is checking out 3rd place.
All right. So, of course, my auto camera doesn't want to work now. So Codes went down. Kyler is in 3rd place. So let's see here if we still have anything happening between Mojo and Klaus. So what about Dylan? Where does Dylan sit currently? Did he pass Codes as well?
Yes. Dylan is in, I think so.
Alright, so Klaus makes a mistake. Mojo pushes up and makes the pass back into 9th and really just kind of securing that position. I think he's going to hope that he can ride this one out, but I don't think that's going to be the case because he's got William and Grizz coming in behind him. And William, man, I don't know what William was trying to do there, but I think we've all kind of been in that situation. So William goes down, loses the position to Grizz. So I think according to timing and scoring, Mojo is in 9th, Grizz is in 10th, and that would put William in 11th. All right, so we have got a lot that's about to happen right here between Dig, Essence, Panda, and Klaus. And William as well. We really have potentially a five-way battle here for 10th place or so.
Kyler went down. Dylan is 3rd place.
Dylan's in 3rd. All right, guys. So something has happened to Kyler. Dylan's in 3rd. Who is in 2nd currently? One shot still in 2nd. So something would happen. I can't even talk. English is hard. Dylan is in 3rd. Something happened to Kyler, and Kyler went down. Earlier, Paradox mentioned that Codes went down, so Codes has lost a 3rd place position and is now back in 5th, with Merv coming up behind him in 6th. And it looks like Keegan might have moved up into 6th place or 7th place now. I think Merv has made the pass, so I don't know what happened to Keegan. I don't know where he was earlier in the moto, but he was nowhere on my radar, and now here we are. And he is trying to make his way to the front of the pack here. So Merv goes down, gives the position back to Keegan, and now Keegan has got his targeting system set on Codes, and he does not want to let up until he makes this pass for 5th place. Codes opting to kind of burp the throttle as they come through that corner. As the track gets rough, you know it's easy to slide out. Who is here through the sand rollers? Milo. Okay, so Dylan is still in 3rd. Kyler is in 4th. Codes is still in 5th. Something happened to Keegan. You know, I've seen Keegan hit this tabletop a few times today, a little bit too far to the right, and slide off of this dragon's back into this pipe here, and I think that's exactly what happened because there is now a gap between himself and Codes where there once was not. So Merv is trying to capitalize on that and take the 7th place or 6th place position back away from Keegan, and we'll see if he can make it happen. So Grizz, Luz, a battle here. I think Justin is a lapper.
Our leader went down, and he's losing a lot of time. He's stuck on the... Oh no. One shot is catching up. One shot is back on Murph. This is insane!
Oh no, a minute and a half left in the moto. Thank you, Paradox. A minute and a half left in the moto. Murph went down, presumably on the face of that tabletop, and lost a lot of time trying to get back up. So this is the break one shot needed. I think his Christmas came a little late. That or he's got a birthday coming up because he is in 2nd place right now, milliseconds behind Murph, and we have a battle for the lead with 1 minute plus 2 or 3 laps left to go.
Murph just lost a 16-second lead. This
Oh
is
no.
a big loss.
He is going to be upset for a very long time if he doesn't win this moto. Man, that is the break one shot needed, and that is the curse that Murph wants to get rid of. All right, 40 seconds left in timing, so the next time we come around, we will have 2 laps to go. Let's see if One Shot can make a pass on Murph and make it stick. And even if he loses to Murph, his red plate is not at threat because of how far back Mojo is in the field. But that doesn't matter. The Factory Goon lead designer wants to prove that he belongs in the front of the B class. Spoke to One Shot earlier this week, and because of his finish at Paletta, he opts to go inside and tries to take out Murph and does not work out for him. He tried to cut him off, make the block pass, and ended up punishing himself. So there's still a possibility for him to catch Murph, but Murph has got to make a mistake because otherwise this is going to be a gap that may be insurmountable based on how Murph has been riding this entire moto. So let's check in here with... So Kyler sits in 4th, Keegan in 5th. Keep an eye on One Shot and Murph for me, if you would please, Paradox.
Yes.
All right, so Dylan has pretty much checked out on Kyler. He is sitting in a comfortable 3rd place, given that nothing tragic happens. Kyler is in 4th with Keegan and Merv still pretty hot on his tail. So Keegan goes down, gets kind of connected there with Merv on the inside line. He's not going to be happy about that. 3 laps to go, 2 laps after Murph and One Shot cross the finish line. So, but that little scuffle there with Keegan has given Kyler the comfortable gap that he needs between himself and Merv for the 4th place position. So I don't know if Merv is going to be able to make it up in 2 laps, but we do have 2 laps, so anything can happen.
The white flag is out.
We do have 1 lap left, I guess. It still says 2, so I don't know. We'll see. MX bikes can be finicky, but yeah, the white flag may be out just because Murph crossed the finish line, and it might
Murph
be
went
there
down
for
again.
him. Yeah, Murph went down, so I don't know if that's going to be a big enough gap to give One Shot the run that he needs, but it very well could be. So let's see here. The pressure is on for Murph. This is his race to lose. He's got probably a 2-second gap here on One Shot. And anything can happen here. I mean, pray that One Shot does not go down himself. We want to see a good battle between these two. Again, they are friends. And Murph does go down. He does go down. So One Shot takes the position away from him. They are bar to bar as they come across the triple or tabletop. And as they start entering into the back section here at Redbud, Murph makes the pass again. Yeah. Murph goes by him. And One Shot just boots him. One Shot boots him off the track. Merv is going to be mad.
This is tragic.
This is tragic for Murph.
Murph pulled a Jet Lawrence. Box.
Goes down in the last lap, just before it could be his race to win. So are we comparing One Shot to Dylan Ferrandis? Because I don't think One Shot deserves that. All right, I don't think it's that bad. But yeah, Murph throws it away pretty close to the end, or maybe it's taken from him. We'll have to talk to those guys tonight after this race and see exactly what happened between them. Sometimes it's not always what it looks like, but it could very well be that One Shot punted Murph out of the way and asked him to please clean his red plate for him as soon as the moto is over. So last lap, One Shot's in 1st, Murph sitting in 2nd. You can see here the gap between them and 3rd place is insurmountable. If Dylan can hold on to this position, then he will finish in 3rd. Jackson got a streak of unfortunate luck early in the moto. Jackson is certainly not a 17th place rider in the B class, but he is doing damage control right now and trying everything he can to make sure that he finishes with the best points possible. So Dylan in 3rd, Kyler in 4th, Keegan in 5th. So there is potentially still a close battle between Merv, Keegan, and Kyler as we enter the last lap. Let timing and scoring update here in the corner, and let's see who might be close to one another as they come over the finish line and what other battles might be interesting to watch, maybe between Klaus and William for 14th and 15th. Let's Let's see, give it one moment here. Try to keep eyes on Kyler and Keegan as they come through this section together. All right, so we've got Grizz and Crazies here. Crazies and Luz, so I think Crazies might have cuts because timing and scoring puts him in 10th behind Grizz, but he is physically in 8th ahead of Luz. So if you can, please, Paradox, keep an eye on Kyler and Keegan.
Yes.
So this is a last lap battle between Crazies and Luz. This is probably for... Luz is in 8th according to timing and scoring, but he's trying to get around Crazies. He doesn't have to. As long as he finishes where he is now, then he should be able to maintain his position. Let's see here. So let's take a look here at Mojo. Mojo has had a bad moto here, unfortunately, and is back in 11th, battling with Dig and Panda. Let's take it down here for just one moment. Sorry, where is Panda? Maybe Panda's not even in the battle. Somehow Panda has been lapped, perhaps. I hope he didn't get any sort of cut that prevented him. Oh, and he goes down. Panda went down. Very unfortunate. So Kyler does finish the moto in 3rd. Keegan in 4th. Merv is going to round out our top 5 here. And where is Codes? So Codes is hitting Larocco's Leap right now with a bit of a Superman for the homies. Let's see here. Is there anything left? Desire between Dig and Mojo. So we have a final lap. Man, Mojo is never going to want to hit that tabletop again. That was the last lap. Few corners remain in a battle for 11th place with Dig, and he ends up cross-riding and going down over the tabletop. So rest in peace to Mojo. He may or may not maintain his 2nd place position in the point series, but one thing is for sure, and that is that One Shot wins the race and ends up holding on to his red plate. So this will be 2 number 1 finishes within a week of each other for the man, the myth, the legend, One Shot. So we will update the rider profile in coming races, and we will see One Shot on top of the B-class points once again. All right, so let's let the rest of the lap play out. Let's let everybody cross the finish line. We will record points so we can update race results later. We will go to a quick commercial break, and then we will be back for the A-Class Moto. Ladies and gentlemen, the main show of Backyard MX. So real quick, let's take a look here. I saw Havers come across the finish line, so he should be good. Screenshot has been saved. All right, guys, thank you to everybody in the B class for